Hey guys, Tim here, aka VS Cubs from StokeRL.com. Now, I finally had some time to lay down some paint on this FireBrand RC body, and turned out pretty slick. Now, I generally don't do a lot of fantasy type bodies. I generally stick to the the OE look or the factory type look or a bit of the aftermarket look, but nothing kind of with designs and graphics on it and stuff like that. So this was my first attempt at that. I was looking at the body, I was staring at it, I'm like, what do I want to do? And Stormtrooper came to mind. I mean, Star Wars and Stormtroopers, I'm a big Star Wars fan. Yeah, I can be one of those nerds, I'm okay with that. But yeah, I wanted something big on the side of it, something you can definitely see, and turned out pretty slick. Now, what I use for this, and I know some guys in the past have used vinyl decals and they stick them on the inside, but essentially at that point, you have to paint your white and then go over with it on black on the background. That darkens up your white, or it could create problems in your white. Now, I guess essentially with all the blaster marks, that wouldn't have mattered what I did, but I used this stuff, Parma Fast Mask. This stuff's actually a liquid. You take it, you paint it on with your paintbrush. Sometimes you use a bigger one than that. It's the one I had sitting right here. But you paint it on the inside, you do 3 or 4 coats, and that's it. I mean, your whole body's masked. Now, you definitely want to lay down your window mask prior to doing that because they won't stick to it afterwards. But what you do is you lay it on, and I didn't use vinyl decals. I used pieces of paper printed off at home. Now, I mean, this is obviously a cheaper way to do it. I stuck it to the outside of my body, grabbed my hobby knife and sat there and just traced around it. You kind of want to cut it deep enough to cut through the liquid mask, but not cut, paper doesn't matter, but not cut the actual body. At this point, if you're cutting the actual body, you're going to score it on the inside. Now, again, being my first time, I do have the odd little cut in there. You learn from your mistakes, the next one will always be better. But obviously, this was the top decal. I didn't do all the craziness going on because, again, my first time. No thank you. And always remember writing. If you're sticking it on the outside, you want to read it the right way. You think about reading it, you read through the paper. So you got to print it off in reverse. Let's see that reverse. There you go. Now, I didn't do my rule on this side. Essentially, I painted the gold first, then I painted the black. And when I peeled off all the liquid mask on the inside, then I painted the white. Did a little bit differently, but as you can see, I backed it all with silver on the inside. It still keeps that nice light color, and I have had no issues. I mean, it turned out fabulous. Other than that, yeah, as you can see, I have it just sitting here with the tires. Tape's still sticky too. Fun. But yeah, I mean, it was just a color scheme I was going for. I've seen the black tires with the white wall and the gold wheels. I was like, what really goes with that? What can I do? And I was originally thinking about a whole snowboard theme, and then I was told, wintertime's going to be gone. It's leaving soon. Who wants to think about wintertime and drifting a snow car in the middle of the summer? I was like, oh, okay. Ruined it all. I'll paint it up like this. So that's it. Now, to do all the blaster marks, I used my airbrush and I just blew in some flat black. Now, I usually use Tester's flat black paint. It'll stick to the Lexan, no problem. You have to give it some time to dry or else it will scratch off. But I just blew in some spots, made it look like there was some just basically dust and debris blowing up on it, stuff like that. But I also paint my windows that way. So instead of, using the decals, where are they here? I'm looking around like I'm lost. Instead of using the decals to actually try to stick them on and get them smooth, before I peel off my plastic coating, I cut around my window area and I just do it that way. I cut it out, spray it up. When I peel it all off, around my windows are flat black. I mean, I've done it on everybody I've ever done and it usually turns out pretty good. But other than that, I'm going to put some more stickers on this and finish it up, because apparently they want it down at RC Expo. I'm pretty stoked about that. So watching the booth, I'm hoping it'll be sitting there. Other than that, I think that's about it. So like, subscribe, and share, and follow me on Instagram under VS_Customs. And don't forget, I also post up pictures of stuff on my Facebook page. It's Tim Bluer, aka VS Customs. And what else? Oh yeah, the people that brought this to me. Check out FireBrand RC, and definitely check out the Radio Controlled Network. Now they're down below. Click on the link if you want to become one of our partners. Definitely apply, and you can get cool stuff like this. Cheers.